Hello everyone, in this video I will introduce to you OSINT, which is also called open source intelligence. It can be used for doxing, which is to collect information, private or public wise from the internet and then put them in a document file. Or it can be also used for active spying or overall reconnaissance to get information about the target. Or you can also use it to track people with it. And overall, it's used to collect huge data on humans or Internet of Things. Internet of Things are like devices or any electronic systems that are used, like websites or servers and so on. So that's how it basically works. Hello, in this clip I will show you guys first of all how we can use a tool called Maltego to actually do OSINT and hunt for digital footprints of humans and Internet of Things like devices. The plans that exist are here where you can download the software, but anyways it's pre-installed on the KALILINUX system, which is the system. If we now go to Maltego here, you guys can see it's pre-installed, else it will say install Maltego on the newest KALILINUX 2023. So if we hit enter on it, we will open it, and you guys will see some frameworks or entities that are installed inside or integrated, which you also need to install yourself. And before, you also need to register yourself and log in before you can do it. I'm not going to show all of this because it's pretty simple to do, as anyone in cybersecurity or interested in that should be able to do that easily. And it will take too long to actually explain everything one by one. But anyways, those are the frameworks that exist. As you guys can see, it says uninstalled because I have already all of it installed. And beforehand, you need to also log in to actually use all of this through the Maltego account or by the software itself. Some of it will require you to have an API token, as you guys can see here. And some of it you guys can just install and then make it work. And there's also like a privacy mode, like normal, stealth. It has to do like if you search for something, it won't show your data or something this way. Normal is faster, stealth is slower, but it's more, protected basically. I think through a proxy or something. Anyways, we're gonna open the graph here. So what we can do with the graph actually is like put many entities. Like for example, we can search up phone numbers, persons, email addresses, company locations, and many other things we can put, and then actually click on it and transform it to different kind of metadata that we can actually track a person or carve data information from that out through the internet or through the frameworks that save the database based on the information they have collected from all people around the internet. So for example, if I will do it for Mark Zuckerberg, I'm gonna make a person here, name him Mark Zuckerberg, right? And then I will know that also he has a Facebook, he has Instagram, and he has a Twitter, right? And he has a MySpace account, and well, his company is also Metaverse. I'm gonna name all of it later. And he's also has a location that we also gonna actually put inside. We can also put the GPS coordinates there, but anyways, I'm just gonna do like location. Also, if we gonna look at emails, as he also has, of course, emails based upon his accounts and phone number as well that we can research. So anyways, we need to fill in the data, right? So let's see, for example, we can see here that this is his Facebook, so we can fill it one by one. Facebook, just the URL here, and then of course his username. And then what we can also do is then try to find his Twitter, and then we also put the Twitter URL inside the entity here, and his username based upon that. Okay, and we can also make the Instagram. Okay, here's Instagram, Zuckerberg Instagram. Okay, copy link. Okay, oh, we need to go on it, on the link first. Okay, we need to go on the link first, and then we can paste it, because Google places it differently, the links, if you copy it. And then also we write his username. And then there's also like the MySpace, Mark Zuckerberg, MySpace. Okay, his MySpace, that's his MySpace, and his username based on it. We also profile URL and his username. So what we can do is actually also we need to also know his company, right? So it's Meta. What we can do is say this is also his website. Let me see if actually meta.com just exists too. Okay, apparently exists, so that's his main website. We're just gonna name it Meta. Okay, belonging to this company. You can pull it here like this, as you here. And then we can also, you know, name his company, of course, Meta. And then we can connect these dots all to him as a person. And his location, as I have found here, for example, here, is here. That's, I think, his address. Country code is US, of course. Street address is this one. That's like, he has more than one location. And I also know that his email is this one, his main email that he uses for work, for Facebook, right? For example, when I researched about his email, I can also find another location here, as you guys can see here. Might be his real address too. We can also name this one and make this address of him. Okay, US, and then the address here. Okay, and then we got also some other interesting stuff here, like different phone numbers direct. I don't know if that's really his phone number or is his old one. We can try still to paste it inside, and of course it's OnePlus, right? Here's phone number, and also another phone number of him is here also. Okay, the phone number, those could be his phone number, so this doesn't mean it's 100% his phone number. Also here I got another phone number based on his email, so we can also make the phone number here and put it there, and then +1, and we know that this is connected to his email, so we can actually put it here. This is email, right? But we also know this number is connected to him. This number is connected to him somehow. And we can put all the data, you know, connect it all to him as the person owning these accounts and these companies. Okay, and some of his addresses that got there, so not all of it could be right, but we can also write here CEO of Meta Sim. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is now is make a transform, and I will skip this video until the point that I can scan and find everything out. So I'm just gonna do all transforms that it will get all the data out and carve everything, the whole information, to give us basically that we can find out what kind of connection it has to him and what kind of more data can we get out of it. So I'm gonna skip until it's finished because it's gonna take a long time. And anyways, the thing is, first of all, before we actually do it, I actually need to make some values inside. So if there's some value like this, you just paste it inside somewhere like that, because some of it you need to specifically describe and make it work. But I don't want to waste time and do it, like always one by one again. So I just make a default values inside, because some of them mustn't work. They can just, be replaced by some default value, and yeah, we can still get a lot of information without the specific ones. You just need to accept the both disclaimer and then also all of this. So until the next clip, I will finish this and then scan and transform the raw data, and then I will give you guys the new graph that I've got. So after you guys actually see what I have finished from transforming all the entities and data framework of Mark Zuckerberg, you guys can see that's his full name. And if I click on it, it connects to all the different kinds of one here. And as you guys can see, there's also Aleph, email, IP4 address, domain, everything. It grows itself out from one to different kind of ones, and you can click and again transform all the specific ones to more again. So let's look at the person, Mark Zuckerberg. So we might have some family members here, so of him basically, that are based upon the data we have got. For example, if we go Mark Zuckerberg here, we can read his history. The youngest member of the Forbes 4 founded addictive social networking site Facebook in 2004 from this Harvard dorm room, left school for Silicon Valley later that year, scored initial $500,000 investment from PayPal, co-founder, and so on. And the allegation that Zuckerberg stole the idea from Cameron and Tyler Ringless, that's not the history, and that's his date of birth. He's a Facebook founder. It's his first name, surname is Zuckerberg. And he's a business person. And also we can see that's there we have some other emails based that are like connected to him. So those can also be his other emails. And we can see, for example, that's his business, or like, this is a company data transformation that we got. And we can see, for example, he's from US, of course, and his main address is at this, like his Facebook headquarters is at this address. And if you look, for example, more up here, we can also see his username is what he uses is D, and then we can also see that Zakir, and also his username is the same here. We can see, for example, ThinkD, and then we can also see ThinkD here is your username, and we can research more and actually transform it to different kind of accounts or social medias that we can find. And then we can see also the location. It connects to the specific phone number, which is supposedly his phone number. And what we can also see, for example, is that if we, for example, go to the right side here, we can see that his other phone number connects to other specific information, like for example to Facebook, and to some other locations. And we can also see if we, like for example, we can see that the address which got connected to some data over here, see, right, some data, that it leads to Silicon Valley somehow. So Silicon Valley is in Palo Alto, is where he worked at, or did his stuff. Let me see, from this specific address, which is his Facebook headquarters, we see some GPS data here that you can type in Google Maps, and also the location. And if you look at his main email, we can also find out that all the emails got registered on these websites beforehand, on these websites, as you guys can see. And it's also got leaked on some pastebin links, as you guys can see here, and on the domains of Facebook here. What we can also see, let me look, his main website here, right, Meta, is connected to many documentation that we can see here and that we can also look up. So if you will click on one of them, for example, you can see the property and area information and the links that we can go to and so on. So there's a lot of data that we can look at. For example, we can actually extract more information about his other emails if we may find something more interesting out of this specific email. Let's see if we can do. As you can see here, it's got connected to some domains on Facebook. Yeah. With some information here. What is that actually? We can see that the email connects to all of these websites and they have some kind of meaning to them. Apparently this email got leaked on this kind of websites. Okay, but not very interesting information as I see. Some documentation about this email. So what we can also do is let's look at the usernames, or like try to find more from his Instagram if any data can be found from it. Specifically, we need to accept a lot of things here as well. Just make a default value. I'm not gonna make the video too long anymore, but I just wanted to show us how we can use it. If you guys want to dig deeper and go more into it, of course, it's gonna take more hours to find more or extract more information that is valuable, that can be helpful in finding more specific information to lead to other informations. You can just paste anything inside, really, it doesn't matter. But if you guys really want to look into it more, you guys need to know what you paste inside. Some of it won't work, but I just do it for testing out. So this sign means the website is online. So Instagram is online. This just shows it as this specific data. And we can see, for example, his profiles from before in the past. On the year 2013, you can look up actually his profile as how it looked like in the past, as what he maybe have deleted and so on. All of this gets saved upon this website Instagram here, and those are like the IP addresses and so on. This is media sharing, social networking. That's what is described there. So we get a lot of information actually based on his past time as what he posted or what kind of metadata he left over, right? So not only that we can do, we can actually try to, based on his username, try to find more information from his Twitter username. Let's try to find more information. I'm not gonna dig much deeper into it and actually show you guys many hours, like I said, because it's gonna take too long, but I'm just gonna show the basics. So it leads to some data here, and also this website. I don't know what that is really. No, it could be anything really related to the data of his username, which I don't know, right? Let's let it run more. Nuance communication. Okay. Let's see what this brings out actually. Apparently his username got pawned on this website, Strat4. Let's see what Strat4 is. Strat4.com. Some website with some worldview or some news about some famous people, as I see. Okay. Was this actually communication? some data that is not really useful. Anyway, so if you guys keep digging in and look into more specifically into these details about a person or some server or website, you guys can dig very deep and find more and more information and collect it very smart and actually perform like a big data collection and hunt for specific metadata that can lead you to other information that can be very useful to find also secret hidden data, basically. Yeah. There's a great website for OSINT, so it's called OSINTFramework.com. So we can check the usernames, for example, here, or email addresses, and it will show different kind of options that we can choose. But the first of all, what I'm gonna choose is actually instant username search to find usernames specific to this one, Mark Zuckerberg. If I hit enter, the taken one are actually the usernames which exist, as you guys can see here. It's very easy to find people by this way, by the username itself. The available ones are like the usernames which aren't taken and don't exist yet. So what we can also do is, like, let's go for example to the telephone numbers, and then let's go to their website. That's them, reverse phone lookup. Let's try some specific phone number, example like this. Let's see if something comes out of it. Else there are other things like different search engines or malicious file analysis, where you can put files inside and check what kind of data they have. And also there's like people search engines, general people search. Let's maybe like try Melissa data. So we got no information. Let's try maybe some other number. Maybe it shows something. Or let's try maybe a name, it's better. Let's make California. And maybe check at address. Maybe it shows something with like California, like address not verified, missing minimum address. Okay. Anyways, here we got Mark Zuckerberg, and then we got the LinkedIn data, and then we got also different Mark Zuckerberg and his email, and also the exact address of a different one with the email. So if you, for example, look at the number here, it will actually show the same person. So not all numbers or addresses or name or emails can be found by this way. So it's very specific, depending if the database has this person intact inside. And let's try maybe the other one with some Google Maps data. Let's see, let's go for example California. Okay, let's maybe choose this address here. Street name Davis. Now we can see different kind of addresses around here with Davis. It's all in California, Davis, and that's the zip code and some other data we can find. So you guys can do it how you want it. You guys can change the zip code and everything else too. Anyways, when we see here, if we make the phone number, we can see also different kind of phone numbers connecting to a different person and also to this person, which is Mark Zuckerberg, as we saw before, and also the email address, which is very interesting. Anyway, so we can do all of these things and much more. You guys just need to research and look around a bit, and well, it's pretty easy to find people these days as they put a lot of things online on the internet. There's also a website called XRESOLVER.com. On this website, you can resolve PlayStation usernames to IP addresses or IP addresses reversed to PlayStation usernames. And also, you can resolve on not only PlayStation usernames but Xbox usernames. So by that, you can also do OSINT and find IP addresses of specific usernames and so on. And you can even do like phone lookup. As you guys can see here, look up the phone and do other specific stuff, as you guys can see here. But well, the important thing is like to resolve, of course, the username based on the database this website has, which can give you more information about the target that you are targeting. So I will show you guys another technique where we can track someone by their email that they have sent. So in the past you could look at the IP address of the person even, but actually since Gmail actually updated it and made it more advanced, you cannot really look at the IP address. But anyways, we will go to the original here. In English it's like original. You just click here, and then there's like the IP address here and like information delivered to this email and received by this in IPv6 format. If you try to copy this, for example, and convert it to a normal IPv4, you can see the IP address will be like this one. And anyways, if you keep looking further here, right, it looks like a base64 encoded text and some other details we got, and we received it from this server, from this Gmail server. So I have sent it from my phone with a Gmail app basically, and we can find out that it comes from a mail server basically, and this uses like a SMTP let's say protocol to send it over to us, you know, as you guys can see here. And also that's like the time or date, like when it was sent and so on. And there's a lot of information that you guys can find out more, like there's a date, the message ID, the subject, hello track me. You guys can also copy all of this, right? And actually if you look it up, for example, on the trace email here, we paste it on this, we go to this website and paste it inside trace email analyzer, and we click on find email sender, and then we will get, for example, all this information like received from mail from this IP address by mxgoogle.com with SMT, like the protocol ID of like exchanging emails, and then some other like data here, hash data, and the time zone, the date of it, and also it uses the Google Transport Security. So it can be that the email could be sent from a different email provider, like Proton email or any different kind of email. You guys will know what kind of email the target has sent from which server basically. That's how you can know the IP address and the data. But of course, Google doesn't really show much information. We can only see some data, but if it was like a different email provider, we will see much more information basically. So I'm gonna show here how we can actually find the metadata of the pictures, and then from that actually You can find out the GPS data or like what program was used to edit the picture, or what system was used, or for example what specific digital camera was used before the processing of the image was retextured, right? So for example, let's take Mark Zuckerberg's picture. Let's click on this one, open image, new tab. You guys shall not do this. If you guys do this, it doesn't give the real metadata of the image. So what you guys actually need to do, let me refresh. You will actually click on this, go open link in new tab, and then we go open link in new tab again, and then we go open link in new tab again. And now we have the original image unedited. So we're gonna save this image, put it on the desktop. Let's rename it like as, let's say Mark Zuckerberg, right? Now we have the image here. So what we're gonna do now is open a terminal, and let's do actually, let's go to terminal and desktop environment, as you guys can see here. There's Mark Zuckerberg. We will use a tool called EXIFTOOL, which is used to look at the metadata of the pictures. We're gonna copy and paste it, and we're gonna see what kind of data we will get from the picture, basically. And as you guys can see, we get a lot of information. So if I scroll up there real quick, we can see the file name here, and then we can see the image format. We can see the Sony camera model name. So that's the camera model which took the picture at first. And then we see the program which was used on the Macintosh Mac OS X system to edit the picture which got taken by the Sony camera model here. And then we can see also the date or time when the picture got modified, at what time basically. And we see many other information about the saturation or brightness or different kind of information. Like for example, it was directly photographed, or we can see the lens information about the camera, and some other information. There's a lot of information, as you guys can see here, a lot of information, and also more information about the tool which was used basically, or you know. So we can see a lot of things around here, and you guys can get an understanding about the target or the person more as of what they have used. What we can also do manually is look at the metadata by using XXD. So we're gonna look at the more like binary format of the picture itself. We can see also Sony and some other pictures here, picture information I mean, and the date and time zone and some other information. So that's how we can actually look at the photo information and actually extract valuable data. So same thing can actually be done with a video basically. So let me do, for example, a video. Let's do some video, record my desktop here. Okay, and we're gonna look at the metadata of it. If we can find anything interesting about it. Record my desktop. So now I have recorded it, and it will output some file with the format of OGF. We can also have it as MP4 or any format of video. So let's see where it is. Okay, we can see it's here. Let's copy this onto the desktop. Okay, docsnet desktop. Let's see, let's do this here. Why doesn't it work now? That's weird. Let me actually copy this. I haven't used KALILINUX for a long time, so I'll paste it here. Okay. So that's the video that we have recorded. So, right. So let's try to get information about it. Let's see what we can get. Let's make it bigger and let's see what information we can get. As you guys can see here, there's like OGGS, that's some data information, Fishbone, content type is a video, and let's see, it has some audio information, zip, org, Leibtedora, to Snelda, record my desktop. As guys can see here, that's some command line information, like it's from the tool itself, and some other data we have gotten here. So we can maybe try to use EXIFTOOL to find out what kind of metadata can come out. Let's make it to MP4. Let's see if we can change it to an MP4 format. If it can change, let's see the properties. MP4 exist. Can maybe see more information. Container OGG, duration 3 seconds, dimensions, frames per second, audio bit rate, and some other information here. Let's see if we can find some information out from this one. As you guys can see here, we got some more information about it, about the vendor, about the video meme type, and also file type is originally a OG4. We have changed it to MP4, but there's also file modification time and so on. So you guys can do it actually on any like file or like like a video picture file or anything like a bookgram, and extract information out of it to understand it. But if you guys want to do it deeper, you guys can also use Binwalk for it. But I'm not gonna go into the forensic stuff and deeper into all of that because it's gonna be a bit more complicated. But anyways, that's how we can extract some information to see what we can find out more about person or some system. So what we can also do is actually, if we find a picture of some target or someone, or want to find more hidden data about some specific photo where it can be also found or used, we can go to this and then go to the picture link. As you guys can see, that's a picture link. We copy this one, we paste it on this website, TINEYE, and then we search for it, right? Sorry, let's try again. And as you guys can see, there's 29 results on this website, on this website, on this website, on this website. So this can be also done with humans. This means you can also see different kind of photos which are posted about some person, which is distributed on any website on Google, on the internet basically. That's how you can also find more data about a person's social media picture or something like that in this way basically. So what I'm gonna show you guys is another technique here, how we can actually, by recovery of the account of the target, we can actually collect more evident information to puzzle it together to understand and maybe find more deeply the person and data of them. So I'm gonna do it with my specific own account. So if I go make Senshin, this is my Facebook. Try to log in. You guys don't need to log in actually, but you can just do forgotten password and try again. Let's write this username. Let's see. As you guys can see, this is my profile, right? So we cannot log in, we don't have the password. So let's try another way. And as you guys can see here you can either send the code via Facebook notification or send code via SMS. So now we know that the last number of the person, has the digit 44. So we can actually save it as phone number, right? So that's what we can do. And we can do the same thing on Instagram. If we find the victims, let's say profile, right? I will do it on my own account. As forgot the password, then my username. Can't reset your password. Let's try again. We hold up to do that like differently. Password reset. Okay, engine for 5th. Send login link. And we can see if we finish the capture. We need to do the capture here real quick. Okay, next. The email got sent to this specific Gmail. So that's how we can collect information about the victim and have it more easy, right? We can know the first digits Y and so on. So, and the last is 0. So from that, what we can know and understand is that maybe the victim will have different, or the target will have different accounts based on their username, and you can try to decipher the alphabet or digits one by one by trying to recover it. That you get more and more information on different social media accounts like Twitter or GitHub or, you know, any different kind of accounts. So on a Gmail we can do the same. I'm gonna do it with Mark Zuckerberg, for example. That's not the real email of him, but I'm just gonna try it. Now I'm just gonna do forgot password, right? Now we can see it's an American number and also has the digits like this. So what we can also do is like, you know, the email Mark Zuckerberg gmail.com. The number will be 1 plus and then the digits here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's the information we can collect by just, you know, try to do a account recovery and get information about the target, and that's how we can collect information and puzzle it together to get more and more information that we can finally get everything from them. So some other way you can collect information, this is more active reconnaissance, as you need to send a fake link to someone specifically. And if they click on it, you will get the IP address and device information and browser information. So I'm just gonna redirect someone to google.com and create a URL, basically. Right? Well, to make actually someone click and trust you, you need to do social engineering to make them even click and trust it. So we can change the link to any different kind of link also. Screen share, for example. If we copy this link, and then we let us do also smart logger on, so and then hide the bots so no bots will be shown. Now if I will myself click on the link, or if you send it over to like a Facebook chat or like email, like Gmail, like in an embedded link button, or like any, you know, messaging app, you can get the IP address and find more about them. So if we go actually on the link, it will redirect me to Google, as I have like made it be. So if we refresh it, this will be my IP address. It will say I come from Thailand, Chiang Mai. This is my time zone, user time, and then this is my graphic card. This is my browser, and this is my operating system. The graphic card is basically just used for the browser. And this is the user agent. I use Windows 10, NT10, 64-bit, and also there's like the ISP, which is my internet service provider, and other information about it. That's the host name. It's a dynamic IP. It changes itself the whole time. The IP. That's the country and the city of where I live. So that's how you can also, you know, in active way find information about someone and, you know, understand more of their information basically. So my last conclusion about OSINT, or to be professional in finding, carving, or tracking data out in the internet to, you know, do forensic investigation, or like overall to do threat hunting, or like to gather, you know, information and data to then actually find more data from the data previously that you have gotten. The whole process of this, you need to understand that you need to look up everything that you can get your hand on information in an active or passive reconnaissance way to get information can help you further to actually exfiltrate more data out. So if you, for example, look at a person's social media and you see their, let's say, last name, right? From the last name, you can find more of the family members and then see it from their activities, and from another friends' activities and so on, their data and information. You can keep, digging into data and finding more. So you need to be always active, looking out for all the data in very specific way. You need to dig deep into the data until you find what you want, or you need to maybe try a different technique or different way to actually carve out the data, so it can help you in the goal to, always get more of the important digital footprints that you need for research or investigation, basically.